Best you're going to do, shoot.
Is it broken?
This part, I think, anyway, it'll be all right. You'll be able. You're welcome. Welcome. Can I keep it? Thank you, thank you.
You don't do this board thing. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Yasoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yasoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Yasoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yasoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Antaraj में Bhagavad Gita की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, Samaveda Bhaktivedanta की जय, Nitai Gaura Premanandi. So today reading from Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 6, Dhyana Yoga, text number 8. You can get it on your phone if you want. Chapter 6, text number 8. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So, everyone familiar with Sanskrit? Roman translations? Anyway, just hearing you get purified. I'll go through it a few times. Number 8, text number 8. That's 7. This is 8. Jnana Vijnana Taptatma Jnana Vijnana Titatma Kutasto Vijendriya Yukta iti Ujate Yogi Yukta te Ujate Yogi Shama Maybe you can put on the middle light. better, Shama Kasi Asim Saka Chana. That's better, yeah. Shama Kasi Dasam Kasa Chana. Sama Yukta Kanchanaha. Jnana Vijnana Triptatma. Kutasta Vijendriya. Yukta iti uchate yogi. Samate Samra Kanchana. Jnana Vijnana Triptatma. Kutasta Vijendriya. Yukta iti uchate yogi. Sama Koscha Sama Kanchana. Anyone want to try? Okay. Jnana Vijnana Tirtatma. Kutasta Vijendriya. Yuktate Uchate Yogi. Sama Lochatma Kanchanaha. Okay, word for word. Jnana, by acquired knowledge. Vijnana, and realized knowledge. Tipta, satisfied. Atma, living entity. Kutasta, spiritually situated. Vichitendriya, sensually controlled. Yukta, competent for self-realization. Competent for self-realization. Iti, thus, uchate is said, yogi, mystic, sama, equal posed, lastra, pebbles, asma, stone, kanchana, gold. A person is said to be established in self-realization, is called a yogi or mystic, when he is fully satisfied with virtue of acquired knowledge and realization. Such a person is situated in transcendence and is self-controlled, and sees everything, whether it be pebbles, stones or gold, as the same. So you can repeat after me. A person is said to be established in self-realization. It is called a yogi or a mystic. When he is fully satisfied by virtue of acquired knowledge and realization, self-realization, such a person is situated in transcendence and is self-controlled, and he sees everything, whether it be pebbles, stones, gold, as the same. Srila Prabhupada's purport. Book knowledge without realization of the Supreme Truth is useless. This is stated as follows. Anta Shri Krishna Namadi Na Bhavadgram Indriya Sevamukhi Jivado Swayam Eva Sputi Ada. No one can understand the transcendental nature of the name, form, quality and pastimes of Sri Krishna through his materially contaminated senses. Only when one is become spiritually saturated by transcendental service to the Lord are the transcendental name, form and quality and pastimes of the Lord revealed to him. This Bhagavad Gita is a science of Krishna consciousness. No one can become Krishna conscious simply by mundane scholarship. One must be fortunate enough to associate with a person who is in pure consciousness. A Krishna conscious person has realized knowledge by the grace of Krishna, because he is satisfied with pure devotional service. By realized knowledge one becomes perfect. By transcendental knowledge one can remain steady in his convictions. By mere academic knowledge one can be easily deluded and confused by apparent contradictions. It is a self-realized soul. It is a realized soul who is actually self-controlled because he is surrendered to Krishna. He is transcendental because he has nothing to do with mundane scholarship. For him, mundane scholarship and mental speculation, which may be as good as gold to others, are of no greater value than pebbles or stones. Om Agyanti Mandasya Gana Gana Salakaya Chakshur Militamena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Mano Vishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakara Mayam Dadati Swapadantikam Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pasaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Tinamine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prachayane Nirvishesha Shunivadi Pasta Chai Chitayane Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadada Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. So Prabhupada, he said, before my writing Bhagavad Gita as it is, not many people became devotees of Krishna, because the other editions of Bhagavad Gita, they had their own agendas, they had their own interpretations. They didn't explain how Krishna is the supreme person. They minimize Krishna as energy or light or they saw Krishna as a powerful person, but they didn't accept Krishna as a supreme person. So even so when Srila Prabhupada started the Hare Krishna movement, you can see the first education he gave was, you have to understand you're not this body. Unless you understand you're not the body, you're spirit soul, your spiritual life doesn't begin. That's the foundation of your spiritual life. And the other thing is, the other authors, they never came in line of disciplic succession. So they didn't look up to the line of acharyas. We can see how the culture is very important in everyone's life. So Srila Prabhupada, in his time, he was he joined the movement of Gandhi. So he was a revolutionary in his own way. Because Prabhupada was brought up in the Vedic culture, he was brought up in the line of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teachings. When he came in touch with Srila Bhaktivedanta Thakur in his time, because Bhaktivedanta Thakur, he told Srila Prabhupada, while Prabhupada was paying obeisances, you are an intelligent young man, you must spread this mission of Lord Chaitanya around the world in the English language. So Prabhupada, he challenged Bhaktivedanta Thakur at that time. He was that who will listen to your Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's message? When India is subjugated by the foreign rulers, we have to get them out of the country. So Bhaktivedanta Thakur, he said, he told Srila Prabhupada, politics will always go on. You can't change politics. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's message is so important that he cannot wait for change of politics. It has to be spread now. And so by that, Srila Prabhupada's conviction became strong by spreading this mission of Lord Chaitanya. And later on, when Prabhupada started the Hare Krishna movement, he went to the place where Gandhi was staying at some point, and his followers had a light inside the house. inside where he was. Well, at that point he passed away, but they had a light there. And Prabhupada challenged them. He said, why have you minimized Krishna as a light? He's not a light. Why don't you have any pictures of Krishna in your place? No pictures. So, so we can see from this how Krishna reciprocates with his devotees who are surrendered to him and accept him as a person. But to the yogis, jnanis, impersonalists, he doesn't reciprocate. He doesn't fully reciprocate with them. Because all of them have their own agendas. They want to serve their own purpose. And we can see how many of them are not really. When you have a reciprocation with them, you don't get the full understanding of how they're explaining things. It's with their own limited understanding they're giving it. Whereas, and the living entity has 4 defects: tendency to cheat, make mistakes, be illusion, imperfect senses. So, to gain knowledge from these 3 classes of people, you get cheated. Whereas to get knowledge from the self-realized teachers, this linking to Krishna directly, so the knowledge is perfect. And so in a modern day society, the problem is people go by the academic knowledge. They don't respect the line of the acharyas. So with academic knowledge, you become bewildered. And in modern society, they go by the they go by the democracy. That's the rule of the world, right? Democracy. So Prabhupada called it demon crazy. With that kind of ruling in society and education, people don't get a chance to grow. The leaders, because they don't have divine qualities, they want to subjugate people and control them and manipulate them. And so in this morning lecture, Prabhupada said, Hare Krishna movement is a challenge in modern society. He doesn't agree with modern society, how they're running society. Because our way of life is simple living, high thinking, cow protection, growing vegetables. How Krishna did it when he came 5,000 years ago, same way, how it's done. So our approach is in the same way. And by having this approach, you become self-satisfied. Your goal in life is clear. You're living a simple life. And also, you're living by nature's way. So you're happy. In modern society, people are forced to go into the cities. It's a fast life, amount of passion, ignorance. And the demands are high. So people are not happy. When I was in Ujjain recently for some 6 weeks, the GBC for the farmers, the farm projects, he gave a class and he was explaining how in India they have to do a farmers project now. Train the farmers to live simple living, high thinking. The farmers in general are depending on the artificial crops, artificial fertilizers, and when they run out, then it doesn't grow. And many commit suicide. Whereas our approach is the natural way. Unfortunately, people do want to be cheated sometimes. One of our devotees, Hare Krishna Das, he was using cow dung and Ayurvedic way of farming, and everything was done very naturally. And the production was much more higher, which he was getting, and he was selling at a very high price. One person came up to him and said, "How is it that you're getting this production on a high level and we are not getting it like that?" So he explained how he was doing it. But this person didn't agree. He went with the modern system. So Prabhupada said it'll be a challenge to revive the Vedic system again. So those who are part of the Hare Krishna movement, who are following the process in terms of how Prabhupada set it up, morning program, Mangalarti, Bhagavatam class, chanting 16 rounds, doing services to assist spreading the mission of Krishna consciousness. They're above the Varnashram. They're not part of Varnashram, because they're going by Krishna's direct plan to benefit society, of helping them come to spiritual platform. But those who are not doing that, because they're going by modern society, they'll be struggling. So to harmonize properly, Prabhupada said Varnashram has to be established to educate the masses of people to take into Krishna consciousness. So, in modern society, you only have the Shudras mainly, working class, and a few Vaishyas, no Brahmanas, no Kshatriyas. So even the leaders are Shudras. Then they're not properly guiding people, they're just making people work hard and exploiting people. So the Krishna consciousness movement was established to guide society in a spiritual way to achieve perfection. So we are living in Kali Yuga now. Kali Yuga is the age of horror and hypocrisy. And usually in this time period now, which is 5,000 years, which Kali Yuga has, since Lord Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita, 5,000 years have passed. So usually at this present time, the demons have taken over the earth planet. But you can see now it's the same situation is there, that even if you want to live a simple life and not be complicated with a fast life, the government will not allow you. They will put pressure on you, tax you and give difficulty to you. But Srila Prabhupada, he created these farm communities. Hare Krishna, Haribol. No noise. Yes, so the temples of the Hare Krishna movement are like spiritual oases in the material world. So if someone comes here, takes to the teachings and follows them, they're disconnecting from the material world. And yeah. So there's a conversation with Srila Prabhupada. The importance of responsibility of human form. Srila Prabhupada, yes, but why are we taking care of the children just to make them Krishna conscious? This is our responsibility in Krishna consciousness. We should think, he is my child, let me make him Krishna conscious. This is why we are taking so much care to train our children in the Gurukuls, Krishna conscious schools. We are not irresponsible devotees. So when we say that we have finished our all material responsibilities by surrendering to Krishna, that doesn't mean we've abandoned execution of duty. Srila Prabhupada, no. Who says that? Devotee, well, some people say that we've taken to Krishna consciousness and now we've given up all our social duties. Srila Prabhupada, spreading Krishna consciousness is the main social duty. This is the main duty of the human form of life. Krishna says, Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam samvraja. Give up all other duties and just surrender to me. So we have surrendered to Krishna and we are taking responsibility for pushing forward the Krishna consciousness movement. I am an old man, yet I am traveling all over the world there thrice a year. Who else would take such a responsibility? In Krishna consciousness, we have greater responsibility. It is just like when you become a big officer in the government, you become overburdened with responsibility. Fulfilling material responsibility is useless, simply a waste of time. Here, Krishna consciousness is real responsibility, devotee. So, how do you define the word responsibility in Krishna consciousness? Srila Prabhupada, you have this human form of life. Realize God. This is responsibility, otherwise you are finished. Your only responsibility is to understand God. Vedic culture is meant for understanding God. In the past, many kings left everything and went to the forest to realize God. Bharat Maharaj, after whom India is called Bharatvash, was the emperor of this planet thousands of years ago. At the age of 24, he left everything to realize God. This is Vedic culture. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had a very nice position as a grihastha, householder. He had a beautiful wife and an affectionate good mother, good friends. He belonged to the Brahmana family. He was a learned scholar, everything first class. He was God himself, yet he left everything just to teach us the process of realizing God. This is Vedic culture. So you ask me, what is the definition of responsibility? Do you understand what responsibility is? Devotee, we have this human form of life, we must realize God. Srila Prabhupada, yes, 9 words. We define the whole of responsibility in 9 words. Let the rascals understand it. So the thing is, the temples are there to give you that good association to bring you to the spiritual platform. And by reading the Srila Prabhupada's books, taking to chanting Hare Krishna, even if you're working, you can give donations to the temple. But Prabhupada emphasized reading his books. Through knowledge is considered like fire, it burns up ignorance. So, and then taking to this chanting of Hare Krishna, because this chanting is the Yuga Dharma for this age. If someone just reads books and doesn't take to chanting, then Jai Shri Radha Gokulanda Ki Jai. The chances of becoming a Mayavadi is there. Mayavadis, they tend to minimize God as energy and they get into sense gratification. Prabhupada said in one of his lectures, this is a way of getting into sense gratification, minimizing God as energy. But if you accept God as a person, then you have to take responsibility. In these conversations, someone asked Prabhupada the question that you're living this Krishna conscious way of life. So, say for at the end of your life, Krishna is not there, what are you going to do? So Prabhupada answered, he said, well, our life is a very nice life. It's a simple life. It's a very happy life. And but the question is, say if Krishna is there, what are you going to do? So the thing is, in modern day society, they've taken the word karma out of the equation. They dismissed it completely. Demons don't believe in karma. They believe in this life is the only life, and they don't accept high authority. So in the human form of life, you got this high intelligence to become self-realized. And when you sacrifice your life for spreading Krishna consciousness, Krishna rewards you unlimitedly. And there's an art of doing it actually, because I'm sure many of you are married. Some of you may be married. But main thing is to take devotee association, advanced devotee association. And by that guidance, you become spiritually strong. Because life is short in Kali Yuga. You live 60 years at the max, maybe 100 years, but very rarely. So life is very short. So, this is why it says Lord Chaitanya, he comes in Kali Yuga. In Kali Yuga, your pride is smashed. You're unlucky, unfortunate, misguided, short life. In Satya Yuga, people are very proud. In Satya Yuga, people think you can't achieve perfection by chanting holy name. They don't have that faith. They think you have to do big austerities. So, Lord Chaitanya is known as Prema Purushottam. He's giving Krishna Prem to everybody. So he comes in Kali Yuga to give the highest benediction, which is not achieved in Satya Yuga. Only in Satya Yuga people live for 100,000 years. There is hardly any difficulties. They do meditation for 60,000 years. But still, they don't achieve what Lord Chaitanya is giving in Kali Yuga. So Lord Chaitanya is giving in Kali Yuga, entering Goloka Vrindavan, which is not attainable in other yugas. Other yugas you may attain Vaikuntha at the most. So, so in order to not be part of this system, of the modern system, which is very, it's not a very good way of helping you grow spiritually, one has to be part of the Krishna consciousness movement. So the Krishna consciousness movement is a challenge to modern society to show them that actually there is a way that you can live a simple life. There is a way that you don't have to be part of the rat race. So Prabhupada challenged in his lectures how people want to live a fast life. They can die any time, accidents, mode of passion, ignorance. So he created these farm communities to give people a different way of life. Chanting Hare Krishna, growing vegetables, looking after cows. So when this industrialization came in, this fast life of buses and trains and technology, tractors, so cows were taken out of the picture. they had no use for cows and bulls. So they started killing them afterwards. So this is how the demons work, Um, uh, Even here we yeah, even in India, in Juhu, in Bombay, we wanted a farm near the temple, and the government wouldn't allow it. There's a policy in India, near the cities you can't have farms. So we had to get a farm 4 hours away. So we can see how this, in order the changes to happen, the democracy has to be taken out. So there's a nice quote here. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah. Okay. This is by Srila Bhakti Maharaj. He question answers. Why is democracy not conjugal for establishment of monashram? In the present democratic structure, there is no room for Kshatriyas. A Kshatriya will not have his own kingdom, and the law will be ordained by Manu Samhita. In this age, the most difficult thing is to establish a Kshatriya order. In India, the Kshatriya culture was destroyed because the Brahmanas became corrupt. The Kshatriyas lost their respect for the Brahmanas and rejected their advice because they were unqualified. Then when the Kshatriyas became independent, trouble started in Vedic culture. It is only about 1,000 years ago that the invaders entered India, and that happened because the Kshatriyas had become weak. Gradually, foreign invaders took over, and now India is the biggest democracy. Prabhupada said that democracy means demon crazy. Democracy means the ruler is of the people, by the people, for the people. People are ignorant, so how can the ignorant mass elect a wise leader? In order to properly establish Varnashram Dharma, we have to first get rid of democracy. In Varnashram Dharma, there is a specific order. The Kshatriya rules not by election but by power, physical and military power. By this arrangement, the most powerful king rules over the earth planet, where all other kings are subordinate to him. In a democratic world, there is no room for that. Varnashram promotes monarchy. The only semblance of Kshatriyas in this world today is mafia. They are the only Kshatriyas, and look at the way of behaving. You surrender to me and I will give you protection. Democracy immediately crushes such a person. That is why he has to function outside the law. So this is why Prabhupada created in ISKCON the GBC body, body of Brahmanas to guide society. By discussing the books of Srila Prabhupada in a society of devotees, then you get proper vision how to go forward. Because we're living in Kali Yuga, Kali Yuga is a difficult time, but at the same time, this is a Maha Kali Yuga because Lord Chaitanya has come. So within this Maha Kali Yuga, there will be 10,000 years of golden age happening, where everyone will get a chance to go back to Godhead very quickly. Whoever takes shelter of the Hare Krishna movement and follows Lord Chaitanya's teachings, they will get this chance to go back to Godhead. And they will not face difficulties in the outside world. Because the holy name is not different from Krishna. And anyone who chants the holy name will get Krishna's direct protection. So Prabhupada gave the example. He said, just like Prahlad Maharaj, he was protected by Nrsingadev. Although Prahlad Maharaj was thrown in the ocean, he was thrown off a cliff. stored in boiling oil. He was given poison, but he was protected. So in the same way, this chanting of Hare Krishna will protect us in the same way through all difficulties. And we can see that times coming in now is not so easy. Difficult times are coming in. But if we take shelter of this Hare Krishna movement, take to this chanting of holy name, we take shelter of the devotees. So two things are there: serving Vaishnavas and chanting holy name. And you try and help those who want to be helped. That's it. And then it's just very short time you achieve perfection. So Prabhupada gave an example. He said, if a millionaire wants to make you a millionaire, he can do it. So Lord Chaitanya is coming. He's trying to make everyone millionaires. He's giving the holy name. But we are so dull-headed. We don't want to take it. We want other things instead. So that's part of illusion. We are living in Maya's kingdom. This part of the kingdom of Maya is heavy illusion. So devotees are there to help to connect to Krishna, help you to come out of the illusion. And if one takes guidance of devotees, he can come out of the illusion. Any questions or comments? Yes, so how many of you do you openly accept that you're not the body? How many do you really accept it, or do you question it? Do you question it? Do you really accept you're the body, or do you question you're not the body? So then how do you come to the understanding you're not the body? No, you have to associate with those who are following that path. And unless you take association of those who are following it, you can't come to that platform. Because you're taking association of those who are not following, you get caught up in Maya. You see? The question?
Thank you for the next class. For those who don't know, this is Srila Prabhupada. He is the founder Acharya of the movement of Hare Krishna. And there, one of the Panchatattva, who is in the middle, is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Krishna himself. And then on his left, we have Nityananda Prabhu, who is Balaramji. And then we have the one with the white beard. He is Sadashiri and Vishnu combined. When he saw that his world is people are suffering, then he called Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Krishna and Radha combined. And then on the right we have Gadadhara, who is Radharani and Lalita Sati. And then you have Narad Muni, right? So these Panchatattva, they came just to give the mercy of the Lord, of Lord Krishna. Now your question is, how do we know that we are not this body, we are the spirit soul? If you go to Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse 22, 23, it says, Nainam chindendi sastani nainam dahati bhavata na chainam vedati yaho na sushati mahita. The soul cannot be cut into pieces like any weapon. The soul cannot be burned by fire, it cannot be moistened by water or with another way. So that means the soul is eternal, the soul will be forever. And we are the soul, because once the soul leaves, people say, oh, he's dead, he's gone. Where is he gone? The body is still there. Hindi, chala gaya, abhi chala gaya, kahan gaya? Body is still there. Only the soul has the body. If the soul is in the body will walk, will talk, will move, will do everything. But once the soul is in the body, dead body, it is literally burn or bury or whatever. I can come and kick and do whatever to the dead body. It will not react. If I come to anyone and just slap, it will react immediately. Even if I don't, it will react immediately. But if the soul has left the body,
Prabhupada gives a good example. He says, if your child is born and is dead, you will not keep the body.
Yeah.
You'll get rid of it as soon as possible.
Your child, your parents, your mother,
Anyone.
father,
Example is given like this to show the point.
discard the body immediately. But since whenever the soul is in the body is alive. Nothing to be called not the body, because spirit soul. Because if we were the body, our parents will eat something and keep the body. No, because these has come from the five elements: earth, water, fire, ether, and air. And when you burn the body, it goes back. Like the smoke goes in the air, water goes in the river, or the ashes goes in the river of the river, the body. So like this, the five elements goes back. That is how we burn up this body. But what do we do? What do we do usually? We take care of this body. We have shower, we put cream, lotion, something. Just like we enjoy the body and we take care of the body. Do we take care of the soul? Who takes care of the soul? And what is the food of the soul? We eat all kinds of cultivated dishes, right? Just for the tongue and for the body, not for the body. We need it, yes. But what is the food of the soul?
Great.
Is the Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. When we chant this Mahamantra, our soul gets nourished. We see the food. And this is the Harinam Sankirtan, all of this. This is Machi Sutara Mahaprabhu. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. So Prabhupada, one of his disciples, Hamsadutta, he challenged one person. He was a scientist. He was claiming he can create life from matter. So Hamsadutta challenged him. He said, I'll give you $1 million if you can. I'll give you the chemicals to create life. If you can create life, I'll give you $1 million. This person didn't turn up.
Scientists have been trying to create life in the lab for years.
So you can see how Prabhupada, he challenged scientists like this. He said, life doesn't come from matter, it comes from life. And for this reason, he created the Bhaktivedanta Institute, the group of scientists to challenge the scientists. So, if you want to have some real adventure, you should join the Krishna consciousness movement and study Prabhupada's books and take to the teachings and take to the chanting. And that's you'll go through the real adventure where you see how you get the reciprocation of Krishna, Srila Prabhupada's reciprocation, everything will be there, and you'll be helping others also. But it's something you have to be serious about, because Krishna consciousness is only for the serious people. If anybody can take, but the Prabhupada says in the 4th canto of Bhagavatam, he says, Dhruva Maharaj was 5 years old. And he says generally, when someone is young, he cannot take to spiritual life. He has to get somewhat mature. But the point is, if someone is serious, they can take to it any time. Any time, it doesn't matter. But you should not, some Indians think you should leave it for later life, when you get old, after you've done your duties. But no, you can't. Wait for that. You should take it immediately, because life is not long. Life is very short.
Who knows, we getting old when I'm retired? Who knows if we are going to retire? And what is the meaning of retirement? So I might say, okay, go home, because you cannot perform any more at the office now. You go home. That is retirement. So if you cannot perform in the office, if you cannot deliver your day-to-day duty, can you sit or bow down or go on your knees when you're old? Well, that is giving you rest, go home. And now we're talking about when I retire, I will go to life.
If you don't practice that time, if you don't practice this time, you cannot do it.
Not only that, if you don't take it to a young age and then older age, what are you going to do? About what we saw some people praying God, and he said he left from India India, he went to US, right? And he didn't know what was doing. So he asked, what are these people doing? So some people explained what they know. They said, okay, let them play. They are old. If I tell them to take Krishna consciousness, they let them play. They're not disturbance, but they do not know it. And also we are reading Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita doesn't say, come and read Bhagavad Gita and join Krishna consciousness, there will be no problem. Bhagavad Gita says there will be problems in life every single day. It doesn't mean that I am Krishna conscious and I don't have pain. I have pain. I'm sick. I need food. I need house. I need clothing. I need all this. But Bhagavad Gita gives us a solution. Where there's a problem, there's a solution. For example, it's raining. What do we do? We don't go out and stop the rain. We take an umbrella to protect ourselves. Muddy road everywhere. We cannot clean the whole road. We wear boots to protect ourselves. Bhagavad Gita gives us all these knowledge. How to protect ourselves and how to carry our life in a very safe life, clean.
Okay, I'm going to stop here because it's Gora Arti now, nearly coming in. Can carry on discussing afterwards. Hare Krishna. Bhagavad Gita ki, yeah. It's good, it's good. It's just Gora Arti is happening soon. You can put this in a corner.
Yes, that should be fine. Good. Yes, you know. श्री श्री राधा गोकुलानंद की, श्री सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान जी की, श्री श्री गौर निताय की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। जय राधा गोकुलानंद, राधा गोकुलानंद, राधा गोकुलानंद श्री राधे। Hanuman. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jiva Jaya Jaya Gaura Chande Arati Ko Shobha. Jiva Jaya Jaya Gaura Chande Arati Ko Shobha.
घंटा बाजे बाजे कर